What's up, guys, and welcome back to Book Up Entertainment. So, Advocate therefore is finally getting justice after all of this time, with all of these events that are unfolding. Advocate therefore was one of the advocates who was very, very vocal at the Senzo Meyiwa trial, and he is sort of like finally being exonerated, because people were not believing what that guy was saying, and there were even UNISA lawyers being interviewed on media platforms, and they were saying there is something wrong with Advocate therefore, but right now we are seeing it all together, that this guy knew what he was talking about. You see, Advocate therefore he had this giraffe view, and he was seeing what was ahead, and nobody could see that. And it's one of the things, that usually happens, if you have this giraffe view of seeing things that are far, far ahead, you tend to suffer at the present moment. And there was even a point in time where Julius Malema, he spoke about this issue and said, you know what, Thabo Mbeki had this giraffe view where you would see things that are far, far ahead. And you would talk about it now, and people would attacking him and say, no, 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 this is wrong. How can you say this and that? But later on, people then start to realize, oh, this guy knew what he was talking about. But unfortunately, the opportunity would be long gone and lost. And this is what happened with Advocate therefore when he was doing his cross examinations, bringing the evidence that he had. He was being attacked, by the media for his approach style and the so called theories that he was bringing at the trial. So, one interesting thing about Advocate therefore that I'm seeing is that, what? It said he had opened a criminal case against then head of IPID in Gauteng, Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibia. So I tried to look at this, and it said that, what, he had indeed, filed those criminal charges against Sibia. So there is this Sunday article that was written in late 2023, and it's alleging that therefore was like pressured, to withdraw those charges that he had filed, against the Sevilla. So he was sort of like being pressured, to withdraw those charges, and that's when I think, therefore then withdrew the charges after all of that pressure, and then he was then released. But the unfortunate part now is that we do not know the charges that Advocate therefore had filed against Sevilla. And since then, Advocate therefore has not like tried like to revisit any of those issues. So some people were saying, Advocate therefore should return back to the Maywood trial and explore these issues even further or bring them up again. But Advocate therefore can't return back, because he was barred, from practicing this law. And it's really sad, because it's something, that he had really worked hard for him to get and achieve. But unfortunately, everything was like taken away from him. So going forward, what can you do? I've been seeing, Advocate therefore has been doing these live streams with Patricia Mashale on YouTube, and they've been speaking about various issues, with regards to these issues and the irregularities at the Meiwa trial. But that platform in itself, it doesn't, like it's not that respected, but it's only that, it doesn't garner that much attention. It's different from being in a courtroom, exactly, let me put it that way. When you're speaking in a courtroom, compared to him being on a live stream, the impact that he has, it's completely different. When you are in a courtroom, you carry so much weight, and that is what was taken away from him. But obviously he can continue going forward, speaking. So connecting everything, I think that is why, Sfiso Meyiwa always supported Advocate Tefo. And there were situations where Advocate Tefo, was still arrested and still behind bars. And Sfiso Meyiwa was going on these podcasts and was calling for support, for Advocate Tefo to be supported. And like financially, emotionally, etc., and everything. You could see, that the man, Sfiso had actually had seen something in Advocate Tefo that others hadn't seen. And today, connecting all those dots and everything, you can see that they had seen something that we hadn't seen ourselves. Now moving forward, it's going to be really interesting, to be seeing the outcome of the Meyiwa trial, because with all of this drama, and all of this evidence, the theories, the rumors, etc., it's going to be really interesting, to find out like what Judge Rata, what ruling is Judge Rata going to come up with, because these theories, is he going to look away from them? Because obviously, as we all know, the public is supporting, that is the accused, they are like in favor of the team defense. And the trial in itself, it's expected to conclude, I think, something like early next year or maybe mid next year thereabout. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Because surely, if, for example, these accused five are innocent, then definitely what happened to Senzo Meyiwa? Because the witnesses that were in the house, they have all confidently told us that, what? There were intruders that entered the house. Then it turns out that no intruders really entered into the house in itself. It's so amazing. So this is it about me and this review about what happened to Advocate Tefo, that dramatic arrest that happened on live national television that we all watched, and what Advocate Tefo has been doing. He is not stopping. He is not letting all of that to stop him. He is continuing, and he's obviously doing the best that he can, and we all appreciate that. So I'll catch you guys on the next one.